Today's the day! Out of Zero Lunches! Jupiter, say hi! We are celebrating today! This book has been 2 years in the making, and I'm so excited to be celebrating with you guys. Hi everyone! Tell me in the chat where you're logging in from, and thanks for hanging out with me on a Tuesday night, right? I think I'm gonna let Jupiter go because I don't know. I don't think he likes his party hat too much, but what do you guys think? Does he look cute? Tell me in the chat. Give Jupiter some love. Like, he is a trooper, right? I've got some treats for him in a second, so I'm going to let him chill for a bit, but you guys, thanks for coming. We're going to pop some champagne in a minute, but I'm just so excited to be birthing this baby in the world. Thank you guys for being here to celebrate this monumental moment with me. This book has been 2 years in the making, and I'm just so excited that there's real people out there right now who are DMing me and saying they're so excited to read the book. Some of you have already read it. So let's see what's going on in the chat. Oops. I've got this crazy tech setup here for the live stream, so this is a big deal. I've got even a fan blowing on the camera. You would not believe all the crazy stuff we went through to make this setup for you. Hi, Sahil, Miss Guerrero, what's up? Russell Pina, I'm so excited. Rhonda says, hi, Jupiter. Wally's watching too. Is Wally your dog? We love the dogs, right? Honestly, this book could not have been written without Jupiter or the support of all of you guys. This is why this book came in the world. So thank you. Thank you for sharing your stories, for telling me the impact that my videos are making, and for just following my journey, because that's the only way a publisher would have been interested in having me share my story with the world. So I'm so excited. Thank you, Jikana. Cheryl, thank you so much. Kamal's logging in from Knoxville. What's up? Well, I'm in LA and it is super hot over here. I've got some big lights shining on me. So as fabulous as this outfit is, I may be taking this off because I am sweating balls right now. Okay, are you guys ready to pop some champagne? I've never done this before, so I may screw it up, but that's okay. Hey, Hannah. Sandy, what's up? Oh my God, there's so many of you. Nana from Canada, what's up? Oh my God, Sandy and Ryan, yay! Sandy is my best friend from childhood. So there's people who have been here since many phases of my journey. So I just really, really love that. Thank you guys for being here. We're gonna do some really fun giveaways in a minute. So let's have some fun tonight. It's a party. Oh my God, I cannot keep up with the chat. Liz from St. Louis just logged on. India says, yes, girl, it's a party. Woo! Woo! I love this music. Are you guys liking the music? I spent a couple hours like finding the perfect song for this moment. Your girl loves a good dance party. Woo! With her non-alcoholic champagne. Oh my God. Okay, let's do this. I might screw this up, but like I don't think I've ever popped a champagne bottle before. But how should I do this? Like, should I actually spray the champagne bottle or should I do this like the really tame way? And how does one make a champagne bottle spray? Do you have to like shake it, or is that a really bad idea? Okay. This is just, Professor says, be careful. I will be careful. Okay. So there's this metal thing. Oh, okay. You untwist it, and then someone said to rub it hard. You have to rub it. Shake it. Okay. Do I shake it really hard or just shake it gently? I'm not trying to get like soaking wet over here. Point it away. Okay, that would be a good piece of advice. Let's not point it at the face. I don't know. Should I shake it? No shake? I don't know. Hey, Danny Harper, what's up? Good to see you. Okay, mixed opinions here. I'm gonna I'll just wiggle it. How about that? Okay. Ah! Congrats to me! Add a zeros out in the world. Okay, that wasn't so bad. I feel like I should have shook it some more. We wasted like an opportunity for a big like champagne projectile, and then I could have like pointed it at you guys and pretend that I'm Steve Aoki and getting the whole crowd wet. Yay! Indigo, what's up? Thank you. Don't mess up that fire hair. Thanks, guys. Yes, I styled it just for you. And LA's super humid, so hopefully it stays looking good. What's up, Beverly? Mr. Courtney, what's up? I recognize your name. I think I've talked to you on Instagram, right? Solange. You guys, I'm so happy you're here. Please talk to me in the chat. I'm gonna just keep it open. This is like, it's just a conversation. I have some like talking points planned, but this is more just to hang out with you guys. I know some of you are like having dinner with me. So what are you guys having for dinner? Are you like watching on your living room TV? I just love the idea that we are having dinner together. We are going to toast to an incredible journey. Thank you so much for being here, for your support. And once you read this book, I promise you, it's just the beginning. It's the beginning of your financial transformation, and not just a transformation in your finances, but of what you see as possible for yourself. I view money as the ultimate arena to recognize how fucking powerful you are. Sorry if cursing if that's not okay, but I just had to emphasize my point. You take control of your finances, you make change little by little, which is exactly what I show you in the book, how to do it step by step, zero by zero, so it's not overwhelming. And you will meet a version of yourself that is just beyond your wildest dreams. So, okay, here's the adding zero and living rich and living free. I think I'm gonna pour a second glass so we can pretend that we're toasting together. Man, I should bring Jupiter back. He's like not having it right now. Cheers! Love you! Love you, love you, love you. It's just the beginning. Okay, so we have 4 prizes. Jet says, let's leave 5-star reviews on Amazon. That would be amazing. Last time I checked, we already got 2 5-star reviews, so that's awesome. But keep it coming. It really helps the algorithm, and then it just like gets out to the world in a big way, because believe it or not, there's a lot of people who aren't on YouTube and will probably never hear about this book unless the Amazon algorithm pushes it out. Timothy says, Jupiter needs a puppuccino. You're right. Or he needs like a puptini or something, like a non-alcoholic puptini. I'll get him over here in a second. He's like taking a nap. I don't know how he can take a nap with all this action going on. Ozzy says, love the book so far. Awesome. Tokara, yeah, there is an audiobook. I read it myself in New York City. It was really, really fun to read. Paper says, pretending to be on a one-sided date. Okay, we're on a date. I like that. Thank you, Rhonda, for the 5-star review. Okay, so we have some really awesome prizes tonight. We've got, well, there's more than 4 prizes. There's 4 types of prizes. The first one I'll be giving out is 5 $50 Amazon gift cards, because, hey, we all love to buy stuff on Amazon. And then for all you freedom seekers who love to travel and experience life, I've got 4 $150 Airbnb gift cards to book your next trip, weekend getaway, anywhere you want, and 10 signed copies of Add a Zero. So when you win this, you're going to email my team with a little note about where you're at in your journey, and I'm going to write you a personalized note and sign it and mail it to you personally, straight from my house in LA. And the grand finale, and I'm so excited about this because I don't normally do one-on-one coaching, but one lucky person is going to win a month of private coaching with me. I'm really excited about this one. So yay! I mean, you don't write a book every day, right? So I just had to make it a moment. Okay, thank you, Rhonda. So what should we do next? Okay, so remember how there's a live Q&A for this live stream? So I figured, why don't you just ask questions when it makes sense, and I will answer them kind of as we go, because this is supposed to be really informal, like a conversation. So yeah, let's just chit chat, and then my team is also gonna like bookmark your questions if I didn't get to it, so I can see them when there's like a moment, because sometimes the chat is moving so fast. So somebody asked about my family. How's my family? My family is great. Jupiter is my family. I've got my boyfriend. He actually helped me with all of this the other night, like blowing up balloons, and like doing anything big takes a team of love, of your personal love nest. So, and that's actually something I mention in the book. When you're going on this financial freedom journey, don't embark on that journey without two things. One is your why. You need a really strong intrinsic why of why you want financial freedom, why you want to change your finances. And the second is your team of people who support you no matter what, who believe in you, even when you don't really believe in yourself. When I was beginning my journey, I actually didn't have people around me who were wealth-minded, and they were just sort of okay with the status quo of living in debt and living paycheck to paycheck and not being financially free. So what I did was I started my own meetup, and some of the wealthy women, original women from that meetup are probably here today. Like, holler at your girl if you are. But that's where I met other women who own that it's okay. It's okay to be unapologetic about wanting to be rich. Is going to college necessary to be rich? No. Especially nowadays, and I'm going to get into this when I talk about financial freedom in the age of AI and teach some strategies straight from the book. But it's not about college. It's not about something outside of yourself. It comes from within, and we're going to get into that. So, Christian, that was a really good question. RH Doctor says, what was your favorite chapter to write? Oh my God. All of them were fun to write, but I would say my favorite chapter was chapter 10, because chapter 10 is very different from any money book that you've read. And I actually I wasn't even gonna put chapter 10 in there. It was gonna be something else. But really, after thinking about it, I thought, you know what? Hold on, let me take these slides off so I can be more full screen with you guys. I thought people really need to know how making money works. Like how to make money in a way that will actually free yourself financially. And so one concept that I talk about, I'm not going to give it all away, but the concept that I talk about in chapter 10 is how to make income in a leveraged way, not trading time for money, but using the power of technology and teams and the power of your creativity and imagination to make money exponentially, where in 1 hour of your time, you make what you used to make working 100 hours. That's how I did it, right? Using the power of the internet to spread my message at scale and reach more of you guys in a massive way. That's how you provide more value, and that's how you basically break free of trading time for money. So I think it's very unique, because a lot of money books tell you to budget, to save money, and invest a little bit, and that's about it. And then they tell you to go do like a side hustle, driving Uber or dog sitting. And and negotiating your pay at work, which is all important, but there's a lot more to it than that. You need to unlock this extra level of understanding how money really works to free yourself. I feel like these are secrets that the rich gatekeep from us, and that's why a lot of money books don't teach this. So yes, that's my long-winded answer to your question. Chapter 10 was my favorite chapter to write, but all of them were. Okay, yay. So questions. Woo. India asks, what was the hardest part of your financial journey? Okay, I love this. The hardest part, honestly, was getting started. It was getting started because you have to overcome so much inner judgment to even start looking at your finances and doing anything about it, right? So that's what I talk about in the beginning of the book, because actually this would be a good opportunity for those of you who haven't received the book yet to show you the table of contents. So I broke it down in a really doable framework, right? Getting to zero. First, it's all about getting to zero. Then you get to 10,000, 100,000, and then you get to 1,000,000. But there is specific things, strategies, and mindset shifts that you have to make at each stage before you can safely advance and quickly advance to the next stage. So the hardest part is the getting to zero part. The mechanics of it are simple. You just have to spend less, like pay off debt and things like that. But what it really comes down to is first believing that you are able to make change and forgiving yourself for whatever your finances look now. Because when you have that judgment, you don't want to do anything about it. And like natural human behavior is to avoid what we feel hopeless and overwhelmed about. So, I mean, how many of you can relate? How many of you have a sense of avoidance and like hopefully it'll just take care of itself type of attitude towards money? Is that something you can all relate to? Teresa says, yeah, it's about giving yourself grace. Yeah, Dawn says, I filed bankruptcy. Yeah, so we've all had mistakes. And for me, it was ending up in 6 figures of debt. So really like doing that inner work to forgive yourself and know that you have the power to change that. That's the hardest part. Once you get on it, it's kind of like going to the gym. Like once you start doing it and you feel good about it, it's like, wow, this is actually fun. I can do this. And it gets easier and easier. So even though getting to 1,000,000 sounds like, whoa, like I am so far from that. How will I ever get there? It gets easier. It's like a flywheel because you become better. You become more confident. You become more empowered. You start really learning how money works. So it gets easier. Okay. So I wrote this book as your 0x0 playbook to go from 0 to 1,000,000. I'm holding your hand through the beginning part when it's the hardest. And at every up level you're ready to make, I'm going to be there too. So yes, I forgot to mention, by the way, so I'm going to be announcing giveaway winners we're going to be doing the giveaway, like entering in a couple of minutes. I'll answer a few more questions, share another story or two, and then I'll announce the first round of prizes, Amazon gift cards. And if you order the book, you get 5x bonus entries, which is a huge edge. So if you haven't already, make sure you grab your copy. How do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. Exactly, Rhonda. Irma says, you've helped me build that confidence. Amazing, amazing. Yeah, Jupiter is adorable. So yeah, if you guys haven't already, please grab your copy because we will be doing the giveaway very, very soon. Should I bring Jupiter back? Do you guys want to see him again? I think some people missed him because they just came at the end. But he is just chilling over here. Mr. Handsome. Mr. Handsome. So Jupiter was a great writing buddy during the process of this book. Could not have written it without him. There were moments when I was drafting out like diagrams for you guys because there's a lot of diagrams in the book. I didn't want to make some sort of dry finance book that just tells you a lot of stuff and then your eyes glaze over because it's like too much, So I have like diagrams that I sketched out myself by hand first, and then I hired an illustrator to professionally design it. And there was one moment, let me find the slide here. There was one moment when I was really like racking my brain to come up with the right, oh my gosh, the fan just dropped. But there was a moment when I was really racking my brain to come up with the perfect diagram to explain some of the concepts that I teach in chapter 10. And when I sketched it out, it was like 1 o'clock at night and, just me by myself. And when I figured it out, I was like, yes, this is it. This is how to explain it to people so that they will get it, have that light bulb moment. And poor Jupiter was right there next to me. And I was like throwing him up in the air. And he's like, what's going on? But I'm like, yes, Jupy, this is it. So just know that every diagram, every detail, every paragraph in the book was made with so much intention, so many iterations, so that I could get it just right for you to really understand it and feel my voice and soul in every page and really make that transformation that you deserve. Okay, man, I had like all these stories, but you guys have so many good questions. Let's see. You know what? I want to show you something. I want to just rewind a bit of where this whole journey of book writing and YouTube and just even my own financial journey, where it all started. So I've never told anyone this story before, but there was a time in my life when I was going through a lot of stuff personally, and I wrote, and I was sitting in my Brooklyn apartment and crying, and just, it was a tough time in my life. This is back in 2015. And I was looking at the window, like through my tears. And there's times when like you kind of hit rock bottom emotionally and realize some really profound realizations can come out of a hard pain, right? And I've been living my life sort of for other people, like chasing all these external metrics. That's part of why I had so much debt, because I was just spending money to impress people, because I didn't have that good like core sense of self. And as I was looking out the window, all of a sudden it hit me like some message from divinity, from the universe. And it was telling me like, Rose, your purpose in life is to help people find the way to financial freedom, and for you to first find it yourself so that you can show other people. And I'm going to share, this is very vulnerable, so be nice, but I'm going to show you my journal entry where I wrote this. Literally November 22nd, 2015. So this is what? Basically 10 years ago. In the midst of this heartache, I think I'm drawing closer to my life's purpose, to financially enrich the lives of others so that they may experience true freedom. Put another way, to raise the financial well-being of humanity so that we may all live in the Garden of Eden. I think I have another piece here. I've had so many conversations with people that have crossed my path about their desire for freedom, to experience life, to not be a slave to money. In fact, whoever I meet, I interpret their life from this lens. It's something I wanted for myself. It's something I knew existed and was possible sitting on that beach, watching the sunrise in Mombasa, Kenya. So that moment sitting on the beach in Mombasa, Kenya is actually the introduction of the entire book, because that's where it all started. So I just want to thank you guys. Like, this book is me living my life purpose. It started 10 years ago, and not that it was a linear, breezy journey from there. There were a lot of ups and downs along the way. But when you have a clear sense of what you want, like, that's really where it starts. You can accomplish anything. So yes, basically, that was kind of emotional, right? So thank you guys. This book means more than you know. More than you know that I get to share this with you, because it means that I went on the journey, and then I brought other people with me. I found the way to the Garden of Eden, how to actually create financial freedom in this life, in the here and now. And what's cool about it is I know a lot of you don't come from wealthy families. I didn't either. But you don't need to be wealthy or come from a wealthy family to become financially free. I know many of you are probably going to be the first person in your family to break free of the cycle of debt, to finally have some cushion and not live in scarcity. And a lot of you are going to have to be leaders in your family and be the first to break that cycle of generational scarcity and poverty. So this is the playbook. This is how to break free. And the ripple, just think about the ripple effects you create for your family. That's actually the best thing about becoming financially free. It's not about being able to buy a nice car, which is nice. I got myself a camper van. It's all fun and good. But the best part is what you'll be able to do for the people that you love. You'll see that you can show up for them way better than you ever could when you didn't have enough even for yourself. When you can get to a place of surplus, that's when you can really express your love to the people that you care about with no restrictions. So one of the stories that I share in the book is the moment that I got to realize that. When my mom, she called me and said she needed a knee procedure done, and it cost a lot of money. Insurance wasn't going to cover it. And because of the work I've done to get out of debt and create some cushion in my life, I was able to pay for that in cash for her. But literally 3 years before that, if the same thing had happened, I would have been like, I'm so sorry, Mom. I can't, I'm sorry. Can't do anything about it. I'm in so much debt myself. So yeah, it really means a lot what you're doing. The fact that you got this book, the fact that you want to do something about your finances. Hey, Grace, what's up? Cool. Gloria, you love the story about my mom. Yeah. So like, I'll walk you through all of that in the book. We talk about finding your intrinsic why, being able to do that for my mom or things like that for my family. That was actually the intrinsic why that got me through that hard part in the beginning, when you're scared and you're avoiding and you don't think you can do it, when you don't believe in yourself. Your why will get you through that. Hey, Medicine, what's up? Yeah, and you'll feel my voice in the book. You all know I'm the best cheerleader. I believe in you guys. You can do anything. You can do anything you set your mind to. So who here is ready to get to your first million? Let me know in the chat if you are ready to get to your first million. I'm gonna cheers to that. I actually forgot to drink. I forgot to take a sip of my own champagne. It's very good. Woo! Oh, Alina says me. Yep. Danny, Harper, Anna. We're all ready to become millionaires, first millionaires in your families, right? How many of you are going to be the first millionaire in your family? Now that is cool. That is cool. You just think about all the ripple effects that happen after that, like your kids and how much smarter with money they're going to be, and just passing that on and on and on. It gives me chills. Okay. You know what? I think it's time for me to do the giveaway instructions, because that will take a second. So last chance, guys, grab your copy today of Add a Zero. You can go to that addazero.com/Amazon to find it on Amazon very quickly, and get that receipt number handy so we can do the giveaway, because you get 5x entries. Yes, so many of you guys are ready to be the first millionaire in your family. I love it. Francisco says, I'm on my way. 350K so far. That is awesome. So you guys, something cool is, like I said earlier, it gets easier because you get better, you get smarter about money, your mindset gets more and more confident and empowered. And just mathematically speaking, getting to your first 100,000 is actually the hardest part. After that, it gets easier because that money is invested. Well, it should be if you're following my book, right? And it's growing. It's growing, and then when it grows, then the money grows even more, because it's, money on your money is growing. That's the snowball effect. And so getting from 100,000 to 1 million, it's actually easier than just getting from 0 to 100,000. And I would even argue getting from negative to 0 is the hardest part, because you're like starting from scratch and you're not feeling so optimistic and all these things. You're judging yourself for the debt. So it just gets easier. It's not just mindset wise, but like that's how the math works too. And I talk about that in my book. Okay. Yay. Let me see what kind of questions there were. All right. Timothy says, can I still build wealth in my 50s? It's never too late. It's never too late. I'm gonna share with you the financial freedom in the age of AI. There's a lot of opportunity. So something that I'm going to reiterate over and over in the book, as well as whenever you hang out with me, is to be careful of what you focus on, because you can certainly harp on all the things that you didn't do, that you could have done, that you should have done earlier, you should have invested earlier, you shouldn't have gotten all this debt. But a key part of making the journey to getting to your first million is watching your mindset, choosing the thoughts that will get you there instead of the thoughts that make you want to give up before you've even gone on the journey. So I want you to think about reframing. Whenever you think about money, get conscious. What is this thought? Is this thought helpful or is it not helpful? So instead of thinking, it's too late for me, you can think, I'm moving in the right direction, and that's what counts. As long as I'm moving in the right direction and I'm moving forward, that's what counts. And how you choose to think about your life and your money decisions up till now, that will impact what actions you're motivated to take in the future. So I want you guys to start thinking about that. Does this resonate? Let me know in the chat. Melanie asks, does Add a Zero have a corresponding workbook? Not at the moment, but that's a really good idea. I will probably be coming out with an implementation program early next year to help you guys implement everything in Add a Zero, but at the moment there's no workbook. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. So, oh, someone asked, that's a good cover. Did you design it? We're gonna do the giveaway right after this, but because somebody asked, I have to tell you a funny story. There were really bad cover designs before arriving at this one. So funny story. Okay, I don't want to make fun of it because my publisher came up with these, but would you have bought the book if it looked like this? I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, no. Like the first one looks like they did okay with the pink, but it looks like some serious money book that doesn't look very fun to read. And then the second one is like Wolf of Wall Street vibes, like green and just so not me, right? Yeah, people are like, that is not a good one. Yes, so yeah, the original question was, did I design it? In the end, I ended up hiring my own cover designer and having a very big say in what the cover would look like. I wanted something fun, but something that kind of shows, like, you see how it's like laid out in steps? So it's like a step-by-step guide, get it? I wanted something that like spoke to the content, but wasn't like too serious. So yeah, and then my boyfriend, he helped me come up with the idea of like the little dollar signs in the background. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. So I'm glad you guys like it too. Okay, now thanks John, good to see you on here, thanks. Yeah, current cover is definitely the best. Okay, let's do the giveaway. So here's how to enter. So have your receipt number handy. That I'm gonna show you where to find that if you are confused, but go to addazero.com/giveaway. We are going to give away, we're gonna give away 5 Amazon gift cards, 4 Airbnb gift cards, a one-on-one coaching package, and 10 signed copies, personalized note of the book from me. So yeah, go to addazero.com/giveaway, enter in all of the information. If you didn't get the book, well, first of all, you should, but if you didn't, just leave the receipt field empty and you'll still be entered. So go ahead and do that right now, because it's gonna take a minute for my team to like select the winners behind the scenes. They're gonna use a random number generator. Well, first they're gonna multiply anyone who ordered the book 5 times, so you appear 5 times instead of 1, and then I'll announce the first round of Amazon gift card winners and the signed copies in about 10 minutes. Wow, the time is really flying by. It's already been half an hour. I want to hang out with you guys all night. Did you guys eat dinner yet? How many of you are having dinner with me? Okay, there's something really cute that I didn't show you, but my good friend Lena, she ordered me these cupcakes. Look at that, how cute that is. India, you're eating dinner. What are you eating for dinner? Ellie, you're cooking. What are you cooking? I like to cook while watching YouTube videos too. That's like a little nighttime routine that I do sometimes. It just feels better than like watching Netflix because you're actually hanging out with some of your favorite creators. They look so yummy, right? Now, I normally try not to eat dairy and gluten and sugar and all the things. Kim's gonna eat cupcakes for dinner. Cheers. Let's do that together. Stacy's having pasta. I love pasta. Okay, yeah, I feel like if there's one day where you kind of scrap your dietary restrictions, it's when you've published a book, right? Especially when the cupcake looks like the book that you made. So I'm gonna take a big bite. That is so good. So good. I wish I could give you guys some. So good. Mary says, let me grab my cake in the fridge. Is your mouth watering? I'm telling you, cupcakes are good. They're not really a sweet tooth, but I do have a soft spot for cupcakes. All right. What are we doing now? Everyone is going into the giveaway, right? Make sure you get your name in, because when I start choosing a winner, it's gonna be too late. You're not gonna be counted. So, are you guys getting into the giveaway? Oh, Denise, tofu kimchi dinner. I started cooking Korean food more regularly recently, and I love it. It's just the healthiest. Yay! Grilled chicken. Apple is eating grilled chicken, spinach and apples and peanut butter. Oh, cool! Apples and peanut butter is my favorite combination. Cauliflower pizza with pepperoni. That sounds amazing. Okay. Oh my God, there's so much good stuff in here. You guys, I love hanging out with you guys live. So do you want to, should I do more live streams? Like if I start doing YouTube lives regularly, would you guys come? I was thinking we could do like Q&As, live coaching, that type of thing. Maybe you can even do like a call-in show like Dave Ramsey does, or come on camera. Would that be fun? I would love that. Yeah, okay. All right. Now, if you want to know if you won, you have to stay on, because like there's no other way we're going to announce it. Okay? So stay on. Oh, what's up, Adrian? Great to see you. Love it. Okay. I better start getting into the stuff I wanted to share. What do I want to say? Okay, you know what? Why don't we get into the financial freedom in the age of AI? Because that's really what I wanted to talk about with you. So I wrote the book to be evergreen, right? And who knows what AI is going to look like. So I didn't talk too much about it in the book. I meant it to be like a classic, timeless resource. But I thought it'd be interesting to share strategies straight from the book and how they are relevant to right now, and how you can use AI, or just how to navigate in these changing times to get yourself to financial freedom, potentially even faster than we could before. So, okay, I love it. You guys like the idea of lives on YouTube, so we will be doing that. But, okay, first off, we need to play offense and we need to play defense. So I'm going to start with the defense part. We need to play defense with your money. Both of them are important, defense and offense. We'll get into both. But first, with AI, marketing and advertisers are getting so much smarter. So whatever insecurities you have, whatever little quirks you have about what triggers you to spend money, advertisers are going to get so smart. They will know you even better than you know yourself, which is actually kind of scary if you think about it. So now's the time to really, really understand yourself. Because actually, at the end of the day, nobody can understand you better than yourself, but only if you're conscious. If you're unconscious, just walking around and reacting to things and not knowing why you spend unintentionally and why you binge spend, or why you end up walking out with $200 worth of clothes that you don't even like to wear every time you commute home from work on a Friday, like why you end up with all these Amazon boxes and you don't know what you're really buying. Like if you don't know why, advertisers will know why, and they will be able to get you to part with your hard-earned dollars better than ever. So what I want everyone to do is really start playing defense to get smart and understand yourself, so that we can protect our hard-earned dollars in this age of hyper-targeted marketing, because that's coming. You know how when you talk about an air fryer with your friend, the next hour you're scrolling Instagram, there's like air fryer ads. It's only going to get crazy. It's going to get weirder, like more freaky and targeted with AI. So in chapter 3 of the book, I go through an exercise called your spending deep dive. Before I have you even try to budget or really do anything, the first place to start is understand what you spend and why you spend it. Not so that I can shame you and say, stop spending that. It's so that you can understand yourself and then use that to align your spending with your values so that it feels effortless. If your spending is aligned with your values, then there's no willpower to exercise. You just spend on what's important to you and you don't spend on what's not important to you. So I go through prompts, a nice little highlighter exercise is very easy to do. You could do it in just an hour or two of a Saturday morning, or a weeknight, to really get conscious of why you spend what you do, because that's the first step. So that's one strategy I want to talk about. Self-knowledge, guys. It's all about self-knowledge. If you don't know yourself, somebody is going to know. Or let me rephrase. If you don't know yourself and how to work within yourself to reach financial freedom, to reach your goals, somebody else is going to know how to manipulate you to help them reach their goals with your money, right? So it starts with self-knowledge. That's really the key, the core insight that I wanted to share with this strategy. Not just like do a spending deep dive, but also like self-knowledge. Okay, second thing I wanted to share about financial freedom in the age of AI is this really comes down to knowing that the ability to create financial freedom comes from within. It doesn't come from outside of you. It doesn't depend on the economy or what your boss says, or what if your boss likes you or not. It's not about whether you have a college degree. I remember you asked, do you need a college degree to become financially free? It's not about waiting for some outside external credential or situation or circumstance to allow you to create financial freedom. It comes from within, and there's exciting opportunities to create so much value. I say in my book, I forget which page it was. Let's see. The more value you provide, the more you get paid. I think that's chapter 8 or 7, where I talk about earning your worth, how to earn your worth. The more value you provide, the more you get paid. It really is that simple. And so if you want to get paid more, because when you get paid more, you have more money to pay off debt and invest and save and reach your financial goals and get to your first million. But it starts with getting paid more, right? If you want to get paid more, you just have to think, how can I create more value? And right now, I mean, with the times, what is considered valuable keeps changing, right? Back in the caveman days, what was considered valuable is your ability to hunt down animals to eat. Let's say in the industrial era, your ability to be valuable was were you good at building factories and producing goods and services? Now, well, when the internet happened, your ability to be valuable was how can you be an information worker and deliver knowledge and value to people in a way where they'll want to pay you. And now with AI coming, what's considered valuable? Actually, let me rewind. I kind of mixed myself up there. Like when the internet rose, right? Then what became really valuable is people who know how to code, create websites, who know how to create businesses built on the internet, like e-commerce. People who did that made a killing. And then when crypto was coming up, like people who knew blockchain and how crypto works, like coding and all those things, that became very valuable. And now it's about AI. If you know how to help other people learn AI or help people implement AI so that they can reach their goals faster, that is valuable. That's the number one valuable thing right now. And that could look many ways. Maybe you're teaching people how to use AI. Maybe you're coding things like AI agents. You're coding things so that AI can be used. Or you're helping businesses implement AI to streamline their operations. All we know is that AI is here for good, right? So we might as well lean into it. And I know we're all like a little bit apprehensive, like, is AI going to replace me? Well, if you don't do anything about it, then the value that you are providing now with your career may no longer be valuable. So we've got to stay on top of what is the world valuing right now, and what is the world going to value? Like, what are we moving towards? And how can I get ahead of that curve and start becoming that person who can provide that value? And right now it's AI, whatever, like there's so many opportunities there. And I know like a lot of us feel behind, but 99% of people still aren't onto the whole AI thing. Like a lot of people still don't really use ChatGPT. They still don't really know. So you can really get ahead of the curve. This is a huge opportunity. So Remember, someone asked, is it too late to build wealth at age 50? No, it's not. If you can learn new skills, it's a great time to step in, maybe learn how to create GPTs for small businesses, and then go like cold calling to cold businesses and ask them if they need some help. Or in your current job, I bet you, unless you're working at Microsoft or these big tech companies, most small businesses have no idea what to do about this yet. So you get ahead of the curve, tell your boss, hey, I can show you how to use AI to make your company run better. Then you will become irreplaceable, and you just follow the steps in my book on how to negotiate and earn your worth, and you will be able to command top dollar. So yes, that's the second piece. How can I be of value? Always think, how can I be of value? Knowing that what is considered of value by the world is always changing, and know that the more value you provide, the more you get paid. It's in your hands, not in anyone else's. Okay, does that resonate, guys? Because a lot of you, when I talk to a lot of you, I get the sense that you're like, well, but I need a college degree, or the economy, or my partner, or there's circumstances outside of you that are affecting your ability to create financial freedom. And I'm here to tell you that's the mindset you want to change. It starts with you. It starts within, and from wherever you are, as long as you have that belief, the more value you provide, the more you get paid. You can create anything you want in your life. Okay, third, whenever there's been major tech innovations, the economy has grown by leaps and bounds. And that's why the economy keeps going up. Like the stock market goes up and down. There's a lot of crazy volatility. If Trump announces something crazy about his health tomorrow, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with that. The stock market might be affected. If China or Russia decides to wage war on the States, like that's going to affect the stock market and all these things. But no matter what, the economy is a value creating machine, and it goes up over time, right? And that's precisely because of all of these tech innovations. And even though the stock market is very, volatile, it still hugs the overall long-term trend of the economy, which is inevitably upwards. You never want to bet against the economy. And with AI, it's going to be decreasing expenses for everyone, making all of us smarter and better, and companies will be churning out more profit, will be more productive and happier, and I see a lot of growth in the future. I'm not saying there won't be a downturn first, like corrections, but one amazing way we can all benefit from this is to get invested. Get invested in a little piece of the economy. I walk you through in a really easy way, chapter 9, how to get invested, so that you can also benefit from everything, all the wealth that's about to be created in the coming years. Okay, guys, let's do a giveaway. Let's do the giveaway. The first prize up for grabs is the Amazon gift cards, and let's do those 10 signed copies too. Okay, my team wrote me in the chat. Sorry, my microphone was hitting my shirt. I just found this out. Yeah, who are the winners? Sandra, are we ready to announce the winners? For at least the the Amazon gift card. Okay, my team says 2 minutes. So it's coming. I'm so excited to give out giveaways. It's so fun. Okay, so you guys, yay, Hyun wants a signed book. I hope you get a signed book, Hyun. So yeah, I think you guys are liking this. So that's basically my little spiel on how to implement strategies in the book to really skyrocket in these next few times. Really, like I hope you understood sort of the deeper insight behind each of these 3 strategies. It's not about just doing the strategies. It's about being the kind of person who creates financial freedom. The third, like with the investment part, something I hear a lot is people are scared to invest. We know that we should, but it's scary. And if one very common trait that I see in all people who've managed to create financial freedom from scratch and build wealth is this inherent bias towards optimism and faith. because it takes something. It takes belief to believe in a better future and to put your money at risk in something in the hopes that it'll grow. And people who are naysayers, like, oh, you know, the economy's gonna crash, like, I'd rather not do anything and keep playing it safe, put my money in a bank account under the mattress. Those people never get wealthy, because you have to take a little bit of risk, calculated risk in a smart way, in order to get to have the gains, right? There's no such thing as gain without some risk. But I walk you through in the book, chapter 9, how to invest in a way that basically stacks the odds in your favor and eliminates the risk. And really what it comes down to become an investor, become someone who becomes the first millionaire in your family, is you have to believe in a better future than today. That's really the optimism behind what gets an investor to actually pull the trigger and invest, instead of just saying, oh yeah, I know I should invest, but I've never done it. You know, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate. The immigrant, you know, how many of you are like first generation or second generation immigrant? I actually was born in Korea. So I came to the States when I was 2 years old. So, and a lot of my friends are like first or second gen immigration, children of immigrants. And a big mindset of the like immigrants, our parents, is being risk averse, because they came to a strange country. They don't speak English. They're just trying to survive. They need to play it safe. They're just trying to create a foundation for the next generation. They're not really playing to win, because first of all, they don't know how in a new country. Things are unfamiliar. And secondly, they just need to survive. Like, they can't be taking all these risks. So a lot of you probably don't come from a family of investors. And if you say anything like, I'm going to start a business, I'm going to invest, the primary reaction you're met with is probably fear, right? Am I right? You just got to be safe. Like, what's safe? What's guaranteed? I'll put my money in a CD or a savings account where it doesn't move at all. That feels safe. Playing it safe is actually not safe. Because come on, you guys, we know what's happening with inflation. Your money is only gonna lose buying power. So it's about understanding how money really works. If you understand how money works, you can create a lot of wealth, but you have to understand how money works. Okay, let's keep going. Bjorny is asking, do you speak Korean at home with your parents? Do you visit Korea at all? I speak very bad Korean, but I do speak it. I can read and write. It's funny because when I talk to my parents, I'll talk to them in English, but they'll talk to me in Korean. So it's this weird bilingual conversation that's like one-sided, but it works. It's kind of funny, actually. Okay, so I feel like, okay, yay, we've got the first winners, yay! Okay, so you guys, so I'm gonna announce the gift card for Amazon winners. So when you hear your name, I'm gonna say your full name. You email my team at support@rosehan.com. Email us, and we'll get you sorted out. Okay, but you have to like email us here, or email us to claim your prize. Okay. So the winner, can I get a drum roll, Vix, or like some sort of sound effect? So the winner of the Amazon gift card, $50 each, is Anthony Jonggai. Woo! Yes, Anthony, cheers to you. Second winner is Tracy Ball. Holler in the chat if you won. And then the third winner is Tintin Kine. Woo! Fourth winner is Apple Suzanne Meniano Bajarillo. What a name. Yay! Okay, nice. Congrats, Tracy. And then the fifth winner is Todd Wilkerson. Woo! Welcome. I mean, not welcome. Congratulations. Said the wrong word. All right, guys, there's plenty more prizes to win, so stick around. Yay, Apple, congrats. Okay, we've got the even better prizes coming up. We've got the Airbnb gift cards and the one-on-one coaching and the 10 signed books, so plenty of chances to win. It seems like my team was kind of going through some technical difficulties, so it'll take a minute, but I'll like announce all the prizes at once if I have to, if we run out of time. Yeah, because it looks like we're kind of nearing the end of the live stream. All right, guys, so if you haven't already, order the book, It's been #1 new release today, which is pretty cool. And I didn't get a screenshot. I didn't add it to the slides here, but I did see that it was around number 16 new releases. Number 16 bestseller in the budgeting and money category. And it was literally right next to Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which is wild to me because that was the book that started everything for me. Okay, guys, we have winners for the 10 signed copies. Let's see. All right. I will be personally signing these with a personal note. So winners are Mylan Robertson. Congrats. Jenny Thompson. Woo, I can't wait to write you a little note. Ellie Langston, 3rd winner. We have William Lebo for the 4th. Roxanne Oda for the 5th book. 6th book is Dawn Burwell. Biggs, can we get some like giveaway winning music? Congrats, guys. All right, we have 3 more signed copies to give away. We have Daisy Martinez for the 7th book. Congrats. Can't wait to hear from you and write you a note. Lincoln Lim, congratulations. That's number 8. And then for the 9th book, we've got Roger Perry. Can't wait to give you a signed copy. And then Matt Kuhn for the 10th book. Congrats! Woo! I love giving away prizes. I'm like never one of the people who win anything, but I'm glad you guys are winning stuff. All right, we will do we'll do the gift cards maybe in a minute. Did I do like more Q&A or tell you some more stories? I just have so much stuff that I could have shared, but okay, maybe I'll end with one more thing, and then we'll hang out in Q&A for as long as you guys want. There's a quote in the book that I say, which is that no one is going to give you permission. So this is the main thing. Like, I had major imposter syndrome while writing this book. Every step of the way, even though I have done the thing, I've gone from 0 to 1 million, and I share amazing videos on YouTube. Writing this book, every step of the way was like, who am I to write this? Is anyone gonna get value from this? And it just reminded me that the #1 obstacle to create anything we want to create is ourselves, our own belief in ourselves. And also giving ourselves the permission to be great, to break generational poverty, to become the first millionaire in your family, to do things that no one around you has ever done, so that you can create something that no one around you has, a reality and freedom that no one around you enjoys. And it really takes something. It takes a certain kind of person. And so if I would leave you with any other message, it's this. Nobody is going to give you permission. You have to give it to yourself. You know, deep down, we're conditioned, I'm reading a little bit from here. Deep down, we're conditioned to only want what's acceptable to the people around us, to not want too much, to stay in the same lane as everyone else. And anything more money, more success, more ambition can start to feel like betrayal. Who am I to want more? Who am I to do this? And so we wait for someone somewhere to give us permission. But here's the truth. Nobody is going to give you permission. There's no hall pass, no green light. You have to give it to yourself. People who build real wealth don't just master budgeting and investing. They heal their relationship with money. They give themselves permission to have it. It's not who are you to want more. It's who are you not to. So your future self, everyone who loves you and depends on you, is counting on you to make this move. So if you're still waiting for permission granted, here it is. Okay, I'm giving it to you. Okay, I'm glad this is hitting you, Courtney. Thank you. That was like one of the parts in the book that I read when I was writing it, I like got literal chills. There are actually a lot of moments when I was writing and I got chills because I'm like, I know that you need to hear this. This is exactly what you need to hear, and I'm writing it. Yes, it's possible. Let me be concrete proof. Okay, somebody was asking, will there be a book tour? I have a very small team, so I wasn't able to do that, but I really want to do more like in-person stuff and live stuff where I'm really interacting with you guys because I love this. So maybe I'll do like a book signing in LA and New York or something like in the major cities. I think I should do that. What cities are you guys in? Just so I can like make a note. Because I think okay, LA. Yes. I can definitely do LA and maybe New York. I should do it. Okay, guys, winners. We have, oh my God. Okay. For the Airbnb gift cards, who's ready to win some Airbnb gift cards? Woo! I feel like that's a way better gift than even Amazon because it's like an experience. And who doesn't love Airbnb? Okay, first winner of the $150 Airbnb gift card is Jennifer Linko. Congrats, Jennifer. You gotta let me know where you end up going or where you plan on going. Okay, second winner is Stephanie Duno. Congrats, Stephanie. Okay, and then the third winner is, Bhavin Joshi. Congrats, Bhavin. Make sure you email us, okay? support@roseone.com. We'll get you the gift card. All right, fourth winner is Brianna Kala. You know what? I'm going to take a bite of my cupcake for that. Here's to you, Brianna, and to everyone who won. Okay. You guys, now that we're at the end, I'm going to announce the private one-on-one coaching winner. I'll be working with you. Oops. I enjoyed the cupcake a little too much. Thanks. What was I saying? So I'll be working with you for a whole month. And we can actually go through the book together and I'll be holding you accountable, checking in. You can, work with me in person to make sure that you really get the transformation promised by the book. I'm going to get you set up. All right, winner of the one-on-one coaching. I'm going to have Doopy come on with me for this announcement. So that he can congratulate you personally. All right, winner of the one-on-one coaching is Kevin Giogagon. Did I pronounce that right? Giogagon. Congrats, Kevin. I can't wait to meet you and work with you. Holler in the chat if you're here. Because you guys, you have to be on here to know if you won. All right? And if for whatever reason Kevin doesn't, reach out, then are you on here, Kevin? Then we will pick somebody else. Kevin, are you on here? Jupiter says congrats. Yay! Congrats, Kevin. All right. What would you say was the best part of this live stream? Was it Jupiter? Or was it some of the stuff I shared? Or was it the champagne? Honest, if you're being honest, it's Jupiter, right? I know. Can't really compete with Jupiter. Okay. Oh my God, you guys, I love this. You want me to stay on longer? Sharing my story? I got more stories to share, Dolores. Should I stay on longer? Do more Q&A? Because I got a lot more to share, but yeah, you know what? Ask me a few more questions. I'm here for Q&A, and then, it was only meant to go for an hour, but if you have questions, I'm here for it. But one more time, let's make sure you guys are gonna grab a copy of the book. We have so many people who have already wrote in, and they're like, some people got advanced access to the early manuscript. That was like one of the pre-order bonuses if you ordered early on, and they loved it. Favorite LA restaurant, Jeff? Jet. I am a sushi girl, so I rarely go anywhere other than Sugarfish, which is, I need to deviate and branch out a bit, but I always go to my tried and true restaurants and don't really deviate. Oh my God, the snoring. Emily, you heard the snoring? I was wondering if you guys were hearing that, but Jupiter has been next to me just snoring the entire time. Bye, Tracy. Thanks for coming. Yes. Will the book be translated to Portuguese? I had someone DM me on Instagram and ask if I wanted to translate it to Korean. I got to DM him back, but that would be cool. I wouldn't be able to do it myself though. My Korean is not good enough. But hey, getting translated to other languages, that would be a dream. Adrian says, are you going to do any more episodes for your podcast? You know what? That was a fun little experiment I did for my pre-order, bonus launch strategy, the secret podcast, which was one of the bonuses you got if you ordered the book. And it was really fun. I think I really like interviewing people and like sharing really inspiring stories with you guys. So I'm going to find a way to do that in a different way, maybe on YouTube. So, more stuff is coming. I'm really like reworking my content strategy to really deliver value to you guys in a way that you enjoy. So that's coming. Daniela asked, what was the biggest habit you had to overcome or build to get where you're at? Love this question. I think the first one, I'm going to make it really simple. There's several habits, but I think the most important one when it comes to financial freedom is looking at your numbers. Vix, can we get the music back? Some background music. Is really looking at your numbers. Getting in the habit of doing your monthly money date so you know exactly where you stand and so you can see if you're moving in the right direction. And I don't mean tracking every dollar that you spend and all that crazy obsessive budgeting and living in the spreadsheets. I just mean checking in on your assets and liabilities once a month or once every 3 months, just some sort of pace. I recommend monthly, and make sure that number is moving in the right direction. Make sure that your debts are going down and that your assets are going up. You're building up a little savings, you're building up some investments, and taking your cash flow to improve your net worth every single month. Even if it's by $5, even if it's by $1,000 or $10,000, the speed is not as important as the direction. Focus on direction, not speed. But when you know that you are tracking it, you start paying attention to it. And when you create that goal in your mind of, I'm trying to get this number to get to 1 million, or maybe not even 1 million, I need this net worth to go to 0 because it's negative right now, or it's 0 right now, but I want it to get to 10,000. You just keep that goal in your mind and track it. Your mind is going to find ways for you to get there faster. What you focus on, what you measure, you focus on. What you measure matters. What you measure improves. So if there's one habit I want you to start adopting, it's getting in the habit of looking at your net worth, tracking it. Cool, Daniela? Such a great question. Rahul's asking wondering if you had any tips for keeping yourself accountable and responsible as a bachelor. Yeah, the accountability piece is huge, right? So I talk about this in my book too, and I mentioned this at the beginning, to have a group of people around you that know what you're trying to accomplish. Because if you are operating as an island, it's too easy to get like bogged down by your own insecurities and doubts. When you have a weak moment, you give up, you start binge spending again. You're like, fuck it. The debt's never going away anyway. So I'm just going to go back to what I was doing before and not do anything about it. But if you have people around you who are on the same journey as you, who are also focused on improving their net worth, creating financial freedom, then it becomes, this is the key. You guys want to be around people who make it normal, who normalize building wealth. It's just what we do. Like among my friends, we talk investments, we talk about business opportunities, we talk about how much we're making, how to negotiate raises. That's just what we do. That's how you want to get to. And when one of us has a financial goal or can't make it to a big fancy bougie dinner because they're paying down debt or have this other financial goal, they want to buy a house, we all know about it. And we're like, cool, okay, no worries. We cheer each other on. So getting friends around you. Do you have friends around you, Rahul, that are motivated and create finance and like have financial freedom as a goal? That's really what you want. All right, let me see what other questions there are. Yeah, I mean, a lot of you hopped off already, but I'll just hang out for, 10 more minutes. Chris is asking, what about people who don't understand what you're trying to do? Yeah, who don't understand. Oh, your question disappeared. If they don't understand what you're trying to do, I got the gist. So there will be people. How do you find a community like that? Where do you find that friend group? Okay, great question. And people who drag you down. So let's talk about that. So there's actually a really cute little diagram in the book because this was a real problem for me. People who were dragging me down, specifically people in my family. I would say like, oh, I want to start a business. I want to create financial freedom. And because no one in my family had done it, it's not that they don't want me to be successful or that they don't want the best for me. It's just their reality is very different. Their notion of what's possible for you is limited by what they know is possible for them. So if you're trying to do something that no one in your family has ever had, how can you expect them to understand you, right? So that's a reality that you will come up with, that you will come up against over and over. And the way to address that is, on one hand, you want to protect yourself from that. And then on the other hand, you need to go find new people. And I'll talk about how to do that in a second. But with the people that are in your life right now, maybe even your partner or your best friend or your mom is like a naysayer, then you can still hang out with them. And I'm not saying you should avoid them, but just to create like a sort of mental bubble. They've got their beliefs, you've got your beliefs. They don't have to be the same. You can exist in two different belief bubbles. I'm trying to find oh, there we go. This is a cute little illustration here. And it might be mirrored. I don't know if it's like, oh, okay, it's reading in the right direction. Your beliefs, their beliefs. Okay, your beliefs are, I can create wealth. You know, there's unlimited opportunity out there for me. The more value I provide, the more I get paid. Their beliefs, maybe it's, you can't do that in this economy. It's impossible to get ahead. Inflation is making it so difficult for anyone to survive these days. You know, the market's going to crash. You can't start a business. Like, you know, all these things, all the naysayers. And the key is first start separating your belief bubble. You don't have to live in the same bubble as them. And using that sort of mental image of, okay, mom, when you say that, that's your belief. But I've got my own belief. It's a bubble. We're bouncing off of each other. So that's kind of how you deal with people in your life. As for finding a community like that, you know, first of all, hanging out in places like this, you know, it starts making it feel normal to spend a Tuesday evening learning about financial freedom, getting some good energy and inspiration for that journey. So online communities are great. Obviously, my YouTube channel is pretty lit for that. The comments are so positive, but this is something I really want you to be proactive about because it's that important. It's not optional. You need to find this community of people that makes it normal to create financial freedom and build wealth, to do scary things. And I mean, I actually teach you how to do that in the book. But one really easy thing you can do is identify one thing I did is I mentioned the meetup early on. Like, I created my own group. I threw up a meetup on meetup.com called Wealthy Women. That was what I did before even going on YouTube. And I created that group. And it was a monthly meetup of women to come learn about wealth and investing and money. And those women actually became my friends. I moved to a new city, created this meetup, and had them come to me. I attracted people who wanted to learn about this stuff. And they became my friends in this new city. So you can be proactive by creating it. Like, I guarantee you, if you just open up that space, there will be people who are interested. There's people who are waiting for a leader to give them permission to study and focus on these things and create a space for them to like pay attention and work on it with other people. So you can create it too. That's always an option. And then the other option is just easy, like find models of possibility that you can follow online. You know, nowadays it's so easy to hang out with them, listen to their podcasts, watch all of their YouTube videos. Early on, I actually printed out photos of people that really inspired me, like Warren Buffett, Marie Forleo, Oprah. And I pasted their photos in front of my desk. And I would basically, whenever I sat down to work and do my money stuff or build my business or anything, I would hang out them with their photos. But when I'm looking at their photos, it's inevitable to think like, okay, what would Warren Buffett do in this situation? How would Oprah be thinking about this? And then you start inheriting their belief bubbles of people you actually want to be like. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Zaina, so good to see you. Zaina is one of the OGs from Wealthy Women. This is like 8 years ago. Okay, I know you guys wanted the one-on-one. I love one-on-one coaching too, and I'm gonna do it more. So I might even open up a few more spots. Not a giveaway, but like actual one-on-one coaching as a paid service. So if I do that, would you guys be interested? I'm just craving all this more like one-on-one interaction with you guys. This has been so fun. So thank you for spending your Tuesday night with me. Grab another copy of At a Zero if you haven't already. Please leave an Amazon review as soon as you read it and DM me. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna have another topic. But yes, thank you guys. Thank you so much. I'm just gonna show it again. Thank you so much for being here. You make my life and my work incredibly meaningful. Thank you for being on this journey. We are just getting started. You are just getting started. Never, ever underestimate the power of what you can achieve when you set your mind to something. You have the right guide, a playbook, and you never stop believing in yourself. Thank you, guys. Good night. I love you. I love you. I love you. Bye. I'm going to dance a little bit. Woo! Good night, guys. Thanks for joining me. At a Zero is out today. Grab your copy if you haven't already. Bye. Woo!